Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I am in Shibi form today. I'm in a mini Toru form today. Hold on. Let's be a little bit belligerent. Where is my live 2D? Then let's send him to the top. Order, move to the top. There we go. Now now I'm standing on the table. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody in chat doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing fine on a personal level. You know, we've had a little bit of a rough week. I'm not gonna lie. However, I'm hoping that this weekend will give us, a little bit of a rest, relaxation, and some comfy vibes. So actually, what I'm doing right now is having a little bit of a late lunch. Hopefully, oh my god, my phone's there. Hold on, I'll be right back. I was about to jump from this, but no, I'm not gonna subject my poor mount. Wait, no! Gamer extraordinaire? Not really. Just a tech and RPG loving turtle wanting to get out of my shell. My grandfather always taught me that life is a journey, and that as long as you keep moving forward, you'll reach your destination, regardless of what those pesky hares and rabbits tell you. And I want to share that with you all, the ups, the downs, and the in-betweens. It'll be a fun ride. I'm going to make sure that they will never, ever cross me again. There we go now. These spiders, they bother me. They bother me on a daily basis. So I will fight them. I will fight them on the beaches. I will fight them on the plains. I will fight them in the city. And I will not rest. Until I have eliminated and destroyed each and every single one of these creepy crawlies. Because at the end of the day, nobody messes with Toru. There we go. I punished Bag's statement on cooking raw cookie dough by putting it in my tea. Wait, Jack Splunk, wait, what? What do you say? I took a bit of that and sent it to him on stream. Oh. Jack Splunk, I think some people would see a sentence like that and maybe recoil. Normally, I would also
All right. Sorry about that little interruption, guys. You do get, being the famous VTuber I am, I do get quite a decent amount of call. No, I'm joking. People do call up, and you do want to take some calls more than others. So I was just away for just a moment, and hopefully you guys are all right. But yeah. It's the weekend now, and I'm hoping for a little bit of rest, relaxation, and some, comfy vibes, right? And I have been talking about Pokemon for quite a while. I've got Pokemon on the brain when it comes specifically to these tournaments. So there are 3 tournaments, February, March, and April. So one every month. And I'm going to be making teams for the tournament, and then I will be streaming my runs, which is what we're here to do today. I don't know if I'll be continuing tomorrow. We'll see how we go with our games today. But the reason why I'm doing all of this is because we can get something out of it. We can get legendary shiny Pokemon out of it. Because these are official tournaments hosted by the Pokemon Company. And if you participate, if you do at least 3 games, then they will give you this legendary Pokemon. So, I'm in it for the Pokemon. But if we can have a little bit of fun along the way, if I can, show off my passion a little bit for competitive Pokemon, VGC, doubles, then that would be really nice too. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a rough week. So I'm just really glad that the work week is over and all of that thing, because, Turtle Corp can be kind of stressful. And, being the slow creature that I am, being a slow turtle as you are, it is difficult to sort of like keep up with the expectations and the workload sometimes, because it takes you a little bit longer to do what, it may take, other creatures a little less time. But, we got through the week okay. Streamed actually yesterday. So we played God of War yesterday. Hopefully, the VOD is still on Twitch and everything, because we finished the game and I had a lot of fun with that. I actually had a little. Do I show off the skit? Maybe later. Maybe later. Just to celebrate finishing God of War, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so with regards to Pokemon today, let me just let me finish eating my sandwich first. mm. Mm-mm-mm. So this morning, like, I slept in. I woke up late. I say this morning, but I woke up at like almost midday or whatever. I'm living the neat schedule, even though I don't have the neat lifestyle anymore. I have the sleep schedule, but not the lifestyle. No, but I woke up a little bit late. So, lunch was pretty basic. It's just a cheese sandwich, grilled cheese sandwich. Nothing special about it. But, it is nice. And at the end of the day, food is food, right? If you eat something nice, if you eat something filling, that's the main thing more than anything else. But with regards to Pokemon today, the sort of structure is, I don't even know what the structure is. I guess I'm just going to like run in and play some games, right? Because like the minimum amount of games I need to play in order to get the Pokemon is 3. But I don't know how many games I want to play. Because like if my team goes really badly, then I might just cut it early, right? But then if my team goes really well, I might just keep playing and playing. Because like I'm not the best at competitive Pokemon, but I do feel like I have a little bit to offer when it comes to explanations, when it comes to, bringing a bit of entertainment value maybe. But at the same time, if my team is just eating L's, consistently, constantly, loss after loss after loss, I kind of don't want to show that off on stream because it's like, it's not really a great time for everybody involved. So we'll see how we go. But I do have a pretty fun team, and the team that I have made, because, the previous times I've streamed Pokemon, I've always been using rental teams. This is the first time I'm using my own team. So I'm really happy with this because, I theory crafted it, I put it together, and the core of the team is based around Galarian Articuno. So a little bit of a primer. Let's see if we can get this window up in just a second. So here is information for today's stream, for today's tournament. 2022 International Challenge, February. Battle date is between February 18th and February 20th. For me right now, it's February the 19th. So, it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for me. And so this is a doubles battle format. Competitive Pokemon, right? Standard VGC rules. So VGC 2022. And the reward for completing it is a shiny Galarian Articuno. Now, you can't get legally a shiny Galarian Articuno out in the wild. So this is the only way to capture a legal shiny Galarian Articuno. So I said to myself, all right, let's make a team based around Galarian Articuno. And actually, let's bring this window back up. And here is the team. Yeah, I'll show it off. Here is the team. Let's see if we can maybe like something like this, right? So you guys can see a little bit better. It's a Sun team. It's a Sun team. So we have here Galarian Articuno, and we can see that I have very specific EVs, right? So a little bit of a primer for people who aren't familiar with competitive Pokemon. There are 2 types of statistics, right? Like you have your stats, right? You have your stats. So, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, and HP. Like that's the straightforward basic thing, right? But beyond that, you have, stats that you can alter because each of these Pokemon, have their own innate statistics, right? But then on top of that, what you can do is you can modify it further in order to get specific builds, in order to get, specific types of Pokemon, right? So, for example, you have a Pokemon that has, some powerful special moves and then some powerful physical moves. Maybe you want to make him a physical attacker. So you load up on EVs, for like attack or special attack. Or, if you want to make him defensive, then defense, special defense. Or if you want to make him speedy, speed, obviously. And, these sort of malleable stats are known as EVs, and you can't change the stats too much. Like there's a limited amount upon which you can change the stats, but it is something called EVs. And in the game, if you play Pokemon like in the game and everything like that, then that is most commonly represented by loading up your Pokemon with drugs. So carbos, what is it, like protein, iron, all of that stuff, like all of the drugs, all of the vitamins and that, the ones that boost your stats permanently, they refer to EVs, which is short for effort values. And this is how you're able to customize your Pokemon beyond their innate statistics, right? By creating builds, creating EV spreads that allow you to do, well, basically whatever you want, right? And so the way that it works is that, you have 508 EVs. And then this is, maybe I'm going a little too fast, but suffice it to say, you can boost a particular stat by up to 252 EVs, right? 252 EVs. You can see there max HP, right? And so a lot of people, like for example, if you have a sweeper, right? So an offensive Pokemon, people just tend to max out speed, max out, their chosen attack stat, and then, off you go to the races. But because we're playing a tournament setting, because we're playing in tournaments, we have to go a step further. It's not enough just to be max speed, max attack, blah, blah, blah. No. We need to custom craft our EV spreads in order to reach certain benchmarks and certain milestones so that you can guarantee, certain outcomes when faced opposing Pokemon. So, example number 1, right? So this Galarian Articuno, this is probably like the big one. Hold on. Just give me a second. Let me open up another window, and I'll give an example of like the kind of thought that that goes into this, right? The kind of thought that goes into this. Let's see. I guess if we just go, hold on. We go Pokemon Showdown, Team Builder. So we just go there, ba-boom. Oh geez, I do have a team here, but this is like a previous incarnation of the team that I theory crafted, but it's not the team that I'm going to be using. Look at it, shiny. It's nice and shiny, but we don't get the shiny version. We get the shiny version later. But if we take a look at my specific EV spread, there are a few reasons why I've decided to do this. Silly. Go like that. Up. There we go. Oh, okay. Where's level? Oh, that's it. So here we go. So, a little bit of a primer, right? So we have specific stats, right? So we see here we have a speed stat of 157, right? 157. So one of the most common Pokemon, I think it's like the second or third most common Pokemon in the current meta game is Kyogre, right? Kyogre. Drayox, welcome. Good luck. Thank you. How are you today, by the way? How are you doing today, by the way, Drayox? So as an example, if we have a max speed Kyogre, right? Max speed, right? It reaches 156 speed. Our Articuno is 157 speed. So this allows us to outspeed Kyogre unless it has a speed boosting item or it's, item, or if it has like a boosted speed stat, right? So for example, like a Choice Scarf, or if our opponent has gotten like a max Airstream into it or something along those lines. But, head to head, 1-to-1, our Articuno will be able to outspeed Kyogre. This is important because Kyogre's most potent move is Water Spout, and it's a 150 power base move. It's a water type attack, but more importantly, right, because Kyogre sets rain, so it does more water damage. But Water Spout lowers in power as its HP decreases. So if you can hit the Kyogre for big damage before it gets off a Water Spout, and most Kyogres will either have like an Assault Vest, or Assault Vest makes it difficult, or like a Mystic Water, right? So if they have an item like Mystic Water, or they have an item like Assault Vest where they will not be able to outspeed our Articuno, then our Articuno will be able to hit it, right? We'll be able to hit it first, and then it will lessen the damage of the Water Spout on my two Pokemon. And so it's stuff like that, right? Like hitting certain benchmarks, getting to certain points, and then reinvesting the rest of your points, as you see fit. So there are a couple of benchmarks that, I wanted to reach here. So because like this is a very specialized spread. If we wanted to have like a generalist sweeper spread, then what we just do is this, right? You wouldn't even bother with like stats like that. You would just go like this, right? And then that would be the spread. This 252, 252, and then 4 left over. That's like the general idea of how to handle like sweeper Pokemon. But because we're in a tournament setting, we want to play a little bit bulkier. We want to play, a little bit safer, and we want to do things that give us the opportunity to, basically punk out opponents and stuff like that. Because when we have 95, when we have like this level of speed, right? It's like there's like getting it to max speed doesn't really get us anywhere. Like maybe if I wanted to outspeed Landorus, maybe, but I don't know. Like Landorus kind of gets demolished by Articuno once we get the competitive boost. Like that's one thing I could have, EV'd for. So like we could do something like this instead. Like that would actually work. That would actually be all right as well. But I decided that Kyogre is probably like the most latent threat. So that's probably the one that is most important. And then we can see here, our special attack is also at a specific range, right? So we have 154 special attack. And the reason for that is because Incineroar is like the second. Actually, Incineroar is the first. Incineroar is the most popular Pokemon in the meta right now, I think. And so the idea is that, Incineroar comes out on the field with Galarian Articuno, which procs my competitive ability, which doubles my special attack. So this 154 becomes 308. And then this is EV'd in a specific way so that Life Orb competitive boosted Galarian Articuno will one-shot the most common Incineroar spreads through the use of Max Rockfall, which comes from Ancient Power. So whenever you Dynamax your Pokemon, which is the signature mechanic of Sword and Shield, whenever you Dynamax your Pokemon, you get access to like special skills or special moves. And it's like Z moves, right? Where your attack, you take the typing and then you just super boost it and it becomes super powerful. And that's the whole idea, to be able to do specific things in a way that, your opponents might not necessarily expect, as opposed to just going, 252, 252, 4, right? And then the final thing that I did with Articuno was 189. So now that we reached like the necessary milestones that we had or that we thought of when it came to speed and when it came to special attack, then, I wanted to invest as much as I could in bulk to make myself bigger, to make myself, more bulky, so that it would be difficult for opponents to get rid of me, right? And so I just dumped as much into HP as possible because I knew that, I would be Dynamaxing this Articuno a decent amount, right? So when you Dynamax, your HP doubles. So investing heavily into the HP stat does have value there. But beyond that, there is a reason why I chose 189 specifically. Because this Articuno is carrying an item called the Life Orb. And so what happens with the Life Orb is that it boosts your attack by 1.3 times modifier. But then what happens? Oh, I just realized I didn't even have my I didn't have my BGM on. Sorry about that. It boosts your damage by a factor of 1.3. But it also chips away 10% of your health every turn. Now, this is done on a every 10 HP basis. So by having 189 HP, it means that Life Orb will only tick away 18 HP per attack. If we had put even one more point in HP to go to 190, then it would take 19 HP every attack that you use. And you might say, Toru, 1 HP, that doesn't mean shit, that doesn't matter. But no, it doesn't matter in 99% of cases. No, correct. But in the 1% of cases where it might matter, then having this is important. And so it's just the idea of optimizing, what you can do with your team to try and get yourself the best outcome. And that's, that's the sort of thinking that went into like a lot of my spreads. Now, to be honest, there is a resource that I use. Called peakalytics.com. And on that site, what you can do is you can find out the most common EV spreads and the most common builds for a lot of like common Pokemon in the meta. And speaking honestly, I took a lot of spreads from peakalytics.com, because I said to myself, look, these are the most common EV spreads and builds for a reason, so I'm going to try and take them. But I do know, like for Venusaur, for Articuno, a little bit for Incineroar, and Grimmsnarl, when it came to these Pokemon, you know, I tried my best to like sort of think through it, right? Think through it. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, like I've got all of this going here. The other thing is, like, for example, with Groudon, right? 156 attack. So this Groudon is not max attack. This Groudon is actually a little bit bulky and a little bit speedy, right? And so the speed is just to outspeed Zacian and Calyrex Shadow when they're -2, because we have Scary Face on the Grimmsnarl, which will allow us to go first. But 156 attack allows us to one-hit the bulky Zacian types that are very common in this meta, right? Especially with the use of the White Herb item. So it's like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be going into detail about this before I've even started playing, because it's like, oh my god, Tora is revealing, you know, his team, write it down. But, you know, this is the kind of thought that I've sort of like put into the individual Pokemon, right? Because look, there's like a 66% chance that all of this is going to come out to nothing, because I'm just going to lose because my overall team building skills are not that strong. I do think that the particular archetype that I've chosen to use in this tournament, which is sun-based, which is Groudon, Venusaur, and that kind of thing, I do think that this kind of team is actually a little bit weak in this meta, right? It's actually a little bit weak in this meta. So I'm not expecting a whole lot. But I do think that, you know, a lot of this kind of building does merit consideration, because for me it's fun. Because for me it's fun figuring out, you know, what you can do to, like, you know, get your Pokemon to survive certain things, get your Pokemon to take certain KOs, and that kind of thing. Like, I actually do enjoy it a lot. But I think it's good to think about these sorts of things because you want to make yourself, like, you know, a versatile team builder, a team builder that takes into account potential situations. Because in order to build like this, in order to like EV train specific things, you have to understand and you have to take note of, you know, what is actually good in the meta, right? What is common, what you're likely to see. And it's by doing that kind of research that I realized, hey, my team actually has a lot of holes. My team is probably not that good. But it is a kind of team that can best utilize Galarian Articuno. And Galarian Articuno is the Pokemon that we are showcasing and building this team around. Why? Why are we doing this? Because it's the Pokemon that we're going to get as the reward. The shiny Pokemon that we're going to get as a reward for, you know, competing in this tournament. So, that's why we're doing this. And so it's like, you know, when people supposedly build teams, people supposedly build teams, they build around their strongest Pokemon. They build around, you know, their restricted Pokemon, their legendary Pokemon, and stuff like that. But my team building, I'm doing it around Articuno. You know, Articuno is a legendary Pokemon, but it's not like a strong Pokemon. It's not a Pokemon that you should build around. But I'm building around it because, you know, it's the Pokemon that we get for for participating in this tournament. So I hope that that gives you a little bit of insight as to, you know, what goes on, because it's like, you know, you just get your favorite, but the idea that you just get your favorite Pokemon, and, you know, like, that's cool. But if you're doing like serious, you know, competitive battling, there are more considerations than just picking the Pokemon, than just picking the moves. It's actually pretty important to determine what kind of builds you have and, you know, ensure that they are built to survive certain things or built to take certain KOs. Because having yourself in a position where you can reliably say, okay, no matter what my opponent has on their Pokemon, I can do this, you know, or I will do this. Having that reliability, having that certainty allows you to make moves that are more optimal for your situation, right? It's just accumulating knowledge and then working on that knowledge. So, you know, a lot of my Pokemon on the team are like built around things like that. But again, I don't think the archetype is particularly strong, so we'll see how we go. And without further ado, let's get into the game. Let's get into the game. There we go. There we go. We have a little bit of a different overlay today. I don't know why I doubled up on my channel badges. All right, because one of them is YouTube and then the other one is Twitch. But yes, we have here a new overlay. You know, so I've been doing like a couple of streams without the overlays in general. But I think with this particular stream, you do want to have a little bit of an overlay as well. And so we can see here, there's like the assets, there's like the grid, right? There's like the big kind of grid. And we can see in the bottom left corner, we have the Pokemon that I'm using today. They're like cute animations and all of that stuff. And, you know, I scrambled and I got it all. I got it all working. Like at 1 a.m. last night after my God of War stream. I don't want to admit that, but you know, I had a little bit of fun putting it together. But a lot of these assets, so you know, like the grid in the background, the sword and shield colored sort of what is it, like the trim, right? Those were made by a friend, and his name is Eshkaton. So we're actually gonna shout him out in stream. Because he's a cool guy. He's a good guy. And, you know, out of nowhere, he just DMs me and he goes, "Hey, Toru, I know that you're, you know, going to play in like these Pokemon tournaments soon. You know, have some assets for the stream. Have some assets to make your stream a little bit special, a little bit more thematic, because the grid in the background is very much like the grid and the color scheme that you see when you open up ranked battles, right? And so, you know, it was really nice of him to do it, so we'll just shout him out. So thank you so much, Eshkaton. Thank you so much. But we'll get into it, and we do have our team ready to go, locked and loaded. So without further ado, let's just get right into the tournament. Like, once you start the tournament, once you start battling, you won't be able to, you know, swap out the team that you have. But we did register for the tournament, thankfully. We can go ahead and participate. So we only need to play 3 games, right? And and if I do really, really badly, then this will be a very, very short stream. But you know, I'm hoping that this will go okay. And so we can see what I have here. You know, I kind of, I don't know. We'll see. Because, like, I don't know how seriously I want to take this competition. If I want to take this a little bit more seriously, I would honestly have like a chat delay, just to ensure that you can't get sniped. But I don't think that's really, really necessary. But I do have, you know, like a little bit of a chat cover. That, oh wait, actually, we need to get some beats. We need to get some music, because I don't have hold on, Pokemon Lo-Fi remix. So here we go. Well, we need to get some music popping, just to ensure that, you know, you guys have something to listen to while we play through this, right? All right. We have our first... Oh, wow, this is an interesting team. Hold on. Let's take a look at my chat cover. This is really cute. And so this is just to help prevent, like, you know, people coming through. Oh, my God, honestly. I mean, we could... This. The Charizard might be a bit difficult, to be honest. Oh, I mean, is that really such a huge problem? I kind of want it. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. All right. Here we go. There we go. I hope you like the chat cover, guys. I spent 20 hours putting it together. We'll see how we go. I honestly, like I said, you know, I need to learn how to get used to everything, so I don't know how this is going to go. I haven't battled in like a kind of serious manner for quite a while. You know, I've done some ranked ladder stuff, but it's mostly with rental teams, not teams that I use myself. Not teams that I build myself. This is the first time I'm like using a built team in a long time. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. I mean... Alright. Okay, so the good thing about this... Alright, so the good thing about this is that even though my opponent has, like, a... No, they don't have any other flying Pokemon. So I am making the assumption... I'm going to make the assumption that my opponent has a Moxie Gyarados, right? And then he's probably just going to like... Oh. Okay, let's see. Hydreigon. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm very okay with this. That actually kind of works out better for me, if I'm being quite honest. But let's see what my opponent will do here. The concern that I have is that he's going to use like the max lightning skill, and then it's just gonna like, okay, so he's not gonna use the max lightning skill. All right, then I think we're in a good spot, because even though, yeah, he's gonna use Sludge Bomb, and it's gonna do a lot of damage, but it won't KO, which means that we'll be able to get the other screen off with Grimmsnarl, and the fact that we're raising our, there we go. The fact that we're raising our special defense will mean that Hydreigon's gonna actually have a more difficult time trying to take out this Venusaur. So I think that we're in a pretty good spot here. Between us, because we can easily just set up our second screen. Because I was scared of the Gyarados. The Gyarados was the Pokemon that was actually concerning me quite a bit. But I think that we're in a really, really nice spot now. Okay, Mold Breaker. So this is a physical Pokemon. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. I mean, I could actually probably save Grimmsnarl for later, honestly. I could probably save Grimmsnarl for later, and it's like, well, what can he do at this point? Right? And what I'd like to do... Oh, that's so greedy if I do that. I'm already... Yeah, okay, we'll do this. This is maybe a bit greedy, but I think this is fine. I think that the Hydreigon might present some problems towards the end game, but my Venusaur is in a really powerful position. So we'll see how my opponent handles this. I know that Haxorus is very powerful, but let's see what he does here. First impression. Oh, for the speed. No, I don't care about that at all. Flamethrower, that's not going to do nearly enough. We're already +1. You know, on special defense. And, you know, you might say, well, Toru, why did you do that? That did, like, no damage. Yeah, it didn't do a lot of damage, but I wanted to put down the Vine Lash, because the ticking dot actually gets you a whole bunch of momentum. Because, like, if you take a look at the Haxorus, it's actually going to die this turn unless it Dynamaxes. And if it Dynamaxes, well, I'm not too afraid of it because it's already -1. And so, what we will be doing here is we will be trying to chip away a little bit at the Hydreigon, because the Hydreigon, in my opinion, is actually like the strongest is actually like the strongest enemy that I've got to like contend with right now. So we'll be going ahead and doing that, and I think that if we go with like I think this should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. It's a little bit greedy, but I think that it's probably alright, because like he's just using Flamethrower again, that doesn't do nearly enough. And Hydreigon is going to use Outrage, but this shouldn't KO because he's -1, right? Yeah, barely did any. And then between the Life Orb and the thing, he's going to go down. Max Ooze. Very nice. And that does a decent amount of damage. Not a heap, right? Not a heap, but a decent amount of damage. And then so my opponent is in a really weird spot, because now we go with Parting Shot, right? We go with Parting Shot, and then I can bring back in... Oh, actually, yeah, we could bring in Groudon here. You could bring in Groudon here, actually. And then my opponent's going to bring in Gyarados after this turn. But if we take a look at how it's been set up, right? Our Venusaur now has a boost. A Venusaur has a... You know, so if we take a look at that, it does a lot of damage. Very nice. Very nice, and that should KO. So my opponent will bring back out the Gyarados, and that's like the strongest Pokemon that he's got to, you know, sort of like sweep with. So if he's gonna Dynamax a Pokemon, it's gonna be the Gyarados. But I think that it's still gonna be very, very difficult for him. Because this is Moxie, so he's probably gonna just Dynamax here, isn't he? And like, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. You would Dynamax and then probably like max Airstream into the Venusaur, right? Max Airstream into the Venusaur. That's probably what I'd do. And then you'd probably also want to like Flamethrower or something along those lines. So for those purposes, I think we can... hold on. How many... We have one turn of... Oh, we have 2 turns of Vine Lash remaining. Okay, so the Hydreigon is just like guaranteed gone. Alright, that's really good to hear. So we can do something like this. Yeah, we can do something like this. Alright, very nice. Alright. So we're actually going to withdraw our Venusaur because there's a good chance they're just going to double into it. Right? And so that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is this. I'm expecting my opponent to Dynamax here. Let's just say. But because of the... Oh, he's not. He's not. Oh, okay. Maybe he's going for Dragon Dance, maybe? Jeez. Waterfall. That's not the play. That's not the play. That does like no damage. Does like no damage. Swords Dance. Very nice. And then at this point, right? At this point, the Hydreigon is going to tick out to the Vine Lash. And this is why ticking damage is so powerful. You know, it's busted. It's actually busted. So Gyarados, he can Dynamax now if he wants to. And that's really going to hurt. But my opponent is in a rough spot here, if I do say so myself. Because my Groudon is now +2. My opponent's Gyarados is -1. So he's not going to be able to take out. He's not going to be able to take out Groudon even with a max Geyser. And then so what we can do, like, we can sort of take the chance. But I kind of just want to... bring back in Grimmsnarl just to fodder him off. Because if we can preserve our Incineroar, then we can keep cycling Incineroar back in for the Intimidates and making it so that Gyarados does barely any damage. Alright, so he uses Waterfall again. So into the Grimmsnarl. There we go. So Grimmsnarl survives that. Just because, you know, we're in the... Oh! Wait, he's a bit lucky there. I'm not going to lie. Gyarados is a bit lucky there. But I do think that, you know, at this point, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to do anything. And I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother because I'm not even going to bother hiding my thing, right? Because he's gonna Dynamax, yes. He's going to Dynamax, but we should be able to hit him this turn and hit him for good damage. Hit him for good damage. Here we go. So let's see. Okay, he actually has a little bit of a chance here. But it depends on, you know, what he does. Like, if he uses max Airstream, then maybe, but he's still slow, right? But, it depends, because he's slower now. So, we go first, and that just KOs. Critical hit, I would say lucky. Definitely lucky. However, I don't think that... you know, my opponent would have been able to do anything the other way. Because you can't knock out Groudon. You can't knock out Groudon with a max Geyser. And then, you know, if you knock out Grimmsnarl, then I just bring back in Incineroar and then I Rock Slide again. So it's like, yes, we got lucky with the critical hit, but I don't think it would have swayed the battle. Because we won that one pretty comfortably. So, that's game 1 of 3 minimum. Like I said, I don't know how long this is going to take. But we'll definitely keep going until I'm no longer feeling it, you know, But I'm pretty happy with how it's going so far. Because that was a pretty good battle. And I felt like, you know, I was able to take control early. And we were able to do a lot of damage. We identified who our opponent's sweeper would be. And we played around them really well. You know, we were able to basically just do a number on my opponent, right? Because, like, he had the Hydreigon, and I'm pretty sure that Hydreigon was probably Choice Scarf, but, you know, at the end of the day, our Venusaur is super, super bulky, so it really wasn't going to do a whole lot on his end. All right. Ooh, interesting team. Okay, this team is actually pretty interesting. How am I going to get around? I think Lapras. All right. Depends on what kind of Urshifu that. You know. It's still good. I think that the likelihood of my opponent using Hatterene is a little high, and them using Lapras is also kind of high. So we're gonna go on a slightly different track today. And most of the team will be the same as the last game, but I think this one will be a bit different. We'll see how my opponent handles it, though. Right, we'll see how my opponent handles it. He has a pretty cool team. I like the Lapras. I think that, you know, because Zacian is running around everywhere, Lapras, unfortunately, isn't being used that often, but I think that it's a very cool Pokemon, and then it definitely has some potential if you know how to use it. Okay, so he's going hyper offensive lead. This is Urshifu Dark, and obviously you got the Cinderace. This is probably a pretty good lead for me. Alright. But it is a little bit contingent. It is a little bit contingent on how do we handle specifically the Cinderace. I think the Cinderace is probably going to be the biggest issue here, but it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad because we do have answers for it. There we go. Because like Incineroar is just a Pokemon that is really, really good into these physical heavy compositions, right? So Urshifu and yeah, it's probably just gonna max fire into the Venusaur slot, right? Maybe max air. We'll find out. Regardless of what my opponent does, I think that we're still in a pretty good spot because we can just use Reflect next turn. And yeah, it's like it's okay. It's okay. It's not the best position, but it's an okay position. There we go. And we do that for the speed control so that we can ensure that it's actually slower than our Venusaur and everything. So Iron Head, interesting. But that doesn't do much damage, unfortunately, for him. Max Fireball, very nice. So this is still going to do a bit, but that does more than I thought it would. Was that a crit? No, that wasn't a crit. So that's just how it is. And honestly, that's fine. I'm not too concerned. So let's see what my opponent will do here. I don't think the Cinderace can actually KO me this turn. So we're gonna try and play the long game. Okay, fake out into the Urshifu. This ensures that he can't move this turn. We get the Reflect up, which will enable us to live any move this turn that Cinderace could possibly do. So Max Knuckle, and look, that's fine. That's fine, because this shouldn't KO thanks to the Reflect that we've gotten up, right? Yep, very nice. Very, very nice. And then, so I think I know what to do next turn, but it's a little bit difficult. Alright. So we'll do this again. It's like... yeah, because the Pokemon that I've got in the back... oh, I don't mean to do that. So, it's a little unfortunate because I don't want to sacrifice the Incineroar here, but I think that we're in a position where we might need to give it up just to ensure that our late game goes well, right? I think that it might be necessary. So he's going to use Iron Head again into the Grimmsnarl, but again, it's not going to do enough. And let's see what my opponent does here, because like Incineroar goes out and we can parting shot it. So we'll see what my opponent does here, right? Because, you know, they're actually back to -1. And then so we just bring out like a Pokemon that's super, super bulky. And I hope that this will be okay, but we'll see. Ba-boom. Okay, Knuckle, that shouldn't do a lot. Yeah, that didn't do much. Didn't do a whole lot. And the actual problem here is the Urshifu more than anything. So I'm wondering like how I'm gonna navigate this. But if he's just using Iron Head, interesting. No, I think this is fine. If he's using Iron Head, then if he's spamming Iron Head, then I have to believe he's Choice Banded or Choice so on. So what we're gonna do is this. Kind of want to take out Cinderace, but we'll try this. Okay, here we go. Because by chaining together these, these Intimidates, these -1s, we do ensure that our opponent, can't hurt us that much. Alright, now playing the slow game, playing the long game might not necessarily work out for me the way that I would like. But that's, you know, sort of the problem that you get when you come up with, you know, if you come up against these sort of like hyper offensive teams. Because this team, you know, like if I had Groudon, I would just bring out, you know, Venusaur and then let it sweep. But unfortunately, I don't have the luxury to do that in this particular matchup because I didn't bring Groudon. Because I was expecting... Okay, so Iron Head, good. So it is choiced. It is choice, and that's very good. That's very good. That makes it very difficult for that Cinderace to actually do a whole lot to him. Right? Oh, that doesn't KO. That's a little unfortunate. I was... it's still fine. It's still fine. My opponent doesn't have any Dynamax. So let's see what my opponent does here. Pyro Ball. And he's going to hit my my Solgaleo. But look, it does like nothing. As long as it doesn't... I was going to say, as long as it doesn't burn. It will activate my weakness policy, but the burn sort of rubs it out. So that's a little unfortunate. That's really unlucky on my end. I think that if I didn't have the burn, we'd be like in a fantastic position. But, I mean, you know, them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. So we can do this pretty comfortably. What does my opponent have? I still think that's a good outcome. And we can get rid of it and then do something else the next turn. Okay. Cool. Should be fine. Because my opponent, Cinderace, is like really, really slow right now as well. So let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to bring in anybody? No, he's not going to bring in anybody. Okay, good, good. Very nice. So we're just going to take this out. And it should take out the Cinderace. I think it should. Yep. Very nice. And then we'll see what my opponent does next time. Like, let's see who they'll bring in. Let's see who they'll bring in. Because we still have one turn of Dynamax. We still have one turn of Dynamax. And I think that preserving the Incineroar is still pretty good here. So, keeping the Urshifu there, like, doing not a whole lot is probably ideal. But I want to see what my opponent has. I've got Lapras. Ooh. Well, that's fine. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. Because, like, Lapras may look kind of intimidating, but if you do remember, I do have the Venusaur in the back, right? So I'm not too concerned. And well, probably what they're going to do is, like, they got the Iron Head. But they're going to definitely Hydro Pump into the Incineroar slot. And I can't, oh, sorry. I can't avoid it. Oh, like, I can't help it. So I need to, like, ensure that, you know, I won't have to worry about it. Is getting Chip on the Lapras worth it? No, getting rid of the Urshifu is probably of more value to me, right? I would say so. I would say so. Alright, here we go. So we're going to swap out Incineroar, and then we're going to attack. Right? Oh, so he had Wicked Blow the whole time. Wow, he wasn't choiced at all. Interesting. Okay, that completely surprises me. I'm actually gobsmacked. I was expecting him to be choiced, but that's fine. That's also fine, because it means that our Grimmsnarl is, you know, it's got the special defense boost. Lapras will try and hit it, but it shouldn't be able to KO. And then what we can do at this point is Whirlpool. Ah, interesting tech, but that shouldn't do anything. Even with the, this is a Perish Song. This is Perish Song Lapras. Why would it have Whirlpool if it's not Perish Song? Welcome, Eshkaton. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you today? How are you today? Yes, we are playing a little bit of Pokemon. We're on our second game today. We won our first, thankfully. We have a little bit of a lead in this game, but I'm not too sure how it's going to go. I'm not too sure how it's going to go. We'll find out. We'll find out. So my opponent is... Actually, they shouldn't Perish Song here, because my opponent is down to their last two Pokemon, and I have all of my Pokemon available. Toxtricity is his last. Okay, I'm okay with that. I am okay with this. The reason why I'm okay with this is because I can just Earthquake, right? And so what we can do is we can ensure the Toxtricity be slower. Actually, yeah, we can ensure that. That's a bit aggressive. That is, but then, no, this is good. This is still good. I don't mind playing a little bit more defensive because I do have the Pokemon advantage. I do have the Pokemon advantage. So we'll play a little bit more defensive here. But how... No, it's good to hear you doing well, Eshkaton. What are your plans for this weekend? What have you got lined up? Stream-wise and that sort of thing, and, you know, outside of streams as well. But, yeah, I was able to, like, you know, use some of the assets that you so kindly provided, and we have, you know, like, a little bit of an overlay as a result. But here we go. We're going to go with light screen just to ensure that, you know, they won't be able to do a whole lot. Boom Burst! Interesting, interesting. Alright. So I think the Grimmsnarl is going to go down here. Okay, Freeze Dry. That should KO. But I still think that the light... It doesn't even KO. I think the light screen is still worth. The light screen is 100% worth. Because since it's Boom Burst, it's highly likely that this is like a choice set, right? Highly likely this is a choice set. I would think that it's choiced, right? So what we can do here is... this is a little bit risky, because if my opponent has Protect, you know, we're kind of in a rough spot. But the fact that he decided to use Boom Burst makes me feel that, you know, he has, what do you call it? He has a choice item. So what we can do here is, you know, we can fake out. Yeah, he probably has a choice item. So we can fake out and then we can Earthquake. So this accomplishes two things. It gets rid of the Toxtricity. And yes, look, it gets rid of our Incineroar as well. But it does chip damage to Lapras as well. And so Lapras may not be able to KO us here. It depends on what they decide to do, right? But even if Lapras KOs a Whirlpool, that's fine. Even if it KOs our Solgaleo here. Let's see, actually. Let's see if this KOs. Oh, it does KO. Ooh. So my opponent is playing to their outs, right? They're playing to their outs, but look what I have in reserve. We've got a Venusaur. We've got a Venusaur, and it's not just a Venusaur, it's an Assault-vested Venusaur. So at this stage of the game, you know, Lapras doesn't have the HP left to survive a Leaf Storm. Freeze Dry will definitely not be able to KO us because we have a Light Screen up and we have an Assault Vest. So the only way my opponent wins... but we're faster than Lapras too, so I don't think there's any way my opponent wins. And that's just, you know, that was me recognizing in the early game that I needed to preserve Venusaur. Because, you know, when your opponent has a Lapras team, they more than likely have it. They usually have it at the start to set screens, or they have it at the end for, like, you know, Perish Trap and stuff like that. But this should be fine. Leaf Storm connects, and this should just KO. Yep. There we go. There we go. Win number 2. We got some dubs on the board. Very nice. I think that, you know, my opponent's main out, like their only way to win that battle would have been for me to miss Leaf Storm, them to hit Freeze Dry, freeze me, and then stay frozen for like 5 turns. I think that was the only way my opponent could have won. But we'll continue battling because we've gotten our 2 mandatory battles out of the way. And now we just need to get 1 more in order to secure ourselves the Articuno. You know, to secure ourselves the shiny Pokemon that we're even in this tournament to begin with. Alright, so our next opponent is Manuel. Oh, this is a cool team. It's got Gyarados, it's got, what's that Pokemon called? The fucking imposter one. Got Dragapult. Dragapult might be a little bit of an issue. Maybe? I mean... I think Incineroar kind of just goes in on this team, to be quite honest. Yeah, Incineroar goes in. So we're gonna... no, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do. But, yeah, I like the look of that. Nothing special lined up. Just trying to set up an old monitor at the moment. Fair enough. Wait, hold on. We can do it a little. We can do it a little bit. Then we have... Yeah, I think this is... Yep. Okay, nothing special lined up. Just trying to line up an old monitor. That's fair enough. Whimsicott? No. We don't have Whimsicott. Our opponent doesn't have Whimsicott either. Oh, what is it called? The dark one. It's like... It turns into, you know, your... Like, it turns into another Pokemon in the party, so you have to, like, be wary of it. I forgot what it's called. Gyarados, Dragapult. Good lead. So let's see what my opponent does here. Zoroark! Yes, exactly. I always forget that. Thank you, Eshkatan. Thank you for having it. I always forget that. So, that means this is either Moxie Gyarados or my Groudon went first. Alright, here we go. I think this is like a pretty telegraphed move, but this is still worth doing. Right, I think it's a telegraphed move, but I think it's still worth doing. Okay, because like, my opponent... Like, the Dragapult is a bit of a threat, but not that much of a threat to the Grimmsnarl, right? Because Dragon, you know, doesn't do anything, and Ghost is, you know, not very effective, so it's gonna be a little bit... Maybe my opponent does have a Zoroark. Alright, maybe one of these Pokemon is a Zoroark. Okay, so he's withdrawing Dragapult, he's sending out Urshifu. Ooh, Water Urshifu, this is good. This is good, actually. So we got Incineroar on the field now, and we do have the Reflect. So it makes it quite difficult for my opponent to sort of like, you know, do stuff. He might just max the Gyarados, but he's like -1. Oh, this is gonna be Dragon Dance, isn't it? Waterfall. No, okay, perfect. Perfect. See how little damage that did. See how little damage that did. I'm very happy with that outcome. So, in terms of like, what should I do next? What should I do next? I do think that ensuring we have speed control is probably pretty good. So we'll be doing that. Alright. Be doing that. Okay. Ba-ba-boom. Very nice. So my opponent doesn't max here, which is probably a good outcome. But we're going to use Scary Face onto the Gyarados to ensure that its speed goes down. So even if it Dragon Dances, we're still in a good spot. Stone Edge, okay. So they're hoping for a crit here. They don't get it. So that's very nice. Very nice. I think, what should we go for next? I mean, it's like double water, so it's like kind of let's see, actually. Oh, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Okay, good. He doesn't max either. So we're just continuing using speed control, because my opponent is just letting my Grimmsnarl do whatever he wants, right? So we're in a pretty good spot here. Like, they might try and double. Again. Into my Incineroar slot. So we're just gonna protect it. And yes, you know, this might be a little rough for me, right? Because it's getting hit by the Surging Strikes, but we are in Sun, so it shouldn't do that much. Maybe 50% total. Depends on the roll. And then Gyarados, if it hits it even with a Waterfall, we should still be okay. We're now faster, which is like the important thing to note here, right? Waterfall comes out. Yeah, okay. So yes, that does damage. But we are faster on the Groudon. And I think that that's very important to note. So what we can do, actually, oh, that's a bit too greedy. That's a little too greedy. We'll just get Chip. I think getting Chip is alright. And then... yeah, getting Chip is alright. You've got like 2 turns of Sun left, I think. So just... oh, that's actually pretty good damage. So who missed? Okay, good. I think we can KO the Gyarados from here, which is actually pretty important. Oh, unfortunate. We were really close. Iron Head into the Grimmsnarl. Nice. Because that barely does anything. Ice Beam! Whoa, it's mixed! Okay, that should still be fine then. We're good. And we can't get frozen. How many turns of Sun do we have? We have 1 turn of Sun left, guys. We have 1 turn of Sun left. And you know what? This is sort of like an obvious play. But I'm still going to go for it. Because I think that, you know, this would do a decent amount. And it would allow us to kind of set up for Max Venusaur. Because I think that The Gyarados is probably like one of the strongest threats that my opponent has. There we go. So we can Sucker Punch that, take it out, and then Urshifu might Iron Head the Grimmsnarl again, right? So it's Surging Strikes. Clever, clever, clever. But who's it go after? Grimmsnarl slot! Not the right choice. Not the right choice. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it, my friend. I think you have made the wrong decision. Harsh Sunlight faded, and that's fine. And that's fine, because at this point, my opponent probably is not gonna Dynamax the Urshifu. So we've soaked up a lot of damage. Noticing a lot of Urshifus. We soaked up a lot of damage, but we're doing pretty well overall. Nidoking is his last. Okay, okay. I like this. I like this a lot. So this means that Venusaur probably just comes in and stomps. Venusaur comes in and stomps. So I'm quite happy with that outcome. So we can do that. And it's probably gonna like... The concern is like it max grounds into the Incineroar. So I guess we do this. And then we just... Yeah. We do this. And then we fodder the... He's not doing anything? Wow. I was gonna say we just fodder the Groudon, to be honest. A parting shot goes out, because like we got speed control. Dragapult might be a little worrisome, but I think that once we get Venusaur on the field, we should be able to just... You know, once we get Venusaur and Sun on the field, we should be fine. Because Venusaur on the field with Sun is like faster than Dragapult. And then on top of that, what happens is that, you know, we get the Vine Lash tick going on. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. Right. And still, that doesn't KO. That doesn't KO. High horsepower. That doesn't KO either. Okay, so it's physical. It's physical. It's physical. That's actually quite nice. That's actually quite nice. It means that I can just do this with impunity. Right? Do I even have? Yeah, I have a Reflect. Like, what do I even do at this point? There's like nothing else I can do. All right. At this point, I'm just hoping that one of my Pokemon get KO'd. At this point. Oh, that did so much damage. Grimmsnarl's the beast. Okay, that KO's Nidoking 100%. And so my opponent is going to have the Dragapult come in, right? And that's their last Pokemon. This doesn't even KO. Excuse me? Hello? Grimmsnarl the GOAT. Excuse me, here I am talking about Groudon, talking about Venusaur, talking about Incineroar. But you know what? Who's the most powerful Pokemon here? It ain't any one of those guys. It's freaking the Grimmsnarl. It's the Grimmsnarl, the big hobgoblin. Holy cow. What a powerful individual. And I just realized I had been playing my music the entire time, so that you guys have been watching without music. Holy shit, we've been going for an hour. No music. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So the only way this goes wrong is that if my opponent uses like max Airstream Dragapult... Oh, Urshifu. Okay, never mind. Nah, we're fine then. We're fine. Yeah, because if he uses Dragon Darts, then he's gonna only knock out... Yeah, yep, this is fine. Sucker Punch. Oh, jeez, that's great damage. Look at that. Dragon Darts, it's gonna hit. Yep. And then Steel Spike, that's fine. I'm okay with this. So I've won the game. And I'll tell you why I've won. Guys. So the reason why I've won is because Venusaur will outspeed Dragapult. Yeah, Venusaur will outspeed Dragapult. And then so what we can do here, we know that our Incineroar is also faster than the Urshifu. So like we're pretty set up. And then Urshifu can't crit with those max attacks. Venus outspeeds Dragapult, correct, Eshkaton. It outspeeds Dragapult because specifically we are in Sun. We're in Heavy Sun, and Venusaur has Chlorophyll, which doubles its speed, and its speed in the sun is actually faster than Dragapult. Dragapult has a maximum effective speed of 213. Meanwhile, this Venusaur has a maximum speed of 224. So here we go. This is the Venu sweep, right? You know, some of the plays I'm going to be doing might be a little bit weird, but like, you know, the only way Dragapult's faster is if it's Scarf Dragapult, but it doesn't look like it's Scarf. So I'm going to use Vine Lash into the Dragapult. And you might say, Toru, why did you use a not very effective move? The reason I'm doing that is so that we can get the grass chip, because there's a chance that this Urshifu, right? This Urshifu would max guard. And so I want to make sure that we get our Vine Lash chip. Now, this is not going to do a whole lot. I want to make sure that we get our Vine Lash chip on the Urshifu, so that, you know, it's going to just tick out and die over time, right? And so if we take a look, the Urshifu is Gigantamaxed. So it has the effect of all the Intimidate cycling that I've been doing with Incineroar. So now it's -4. So even if we use Max Airstream, which is a super effective attack, it's not going to do a lot against Venusaur. The other thing is that Grimmsnarl earlier really did work. So even with the Airstream boost, Urshifu is still -1, which means that Venusaur is still faster. I think it's faster than Incineroar now, but like, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. We just spam Vine Lash and the game is over. So there we go. There we go. We're 3 from 3. Bing! Bam! He really thought he could get me there, hey? Really thought that your Dragapult would save you from my big Venusaur. No. The Mushroom Frog triumphs once again. So there we go. That's the third battle. And we've done pretty well for ourselves, right? Because I think with that third battle, we can... I mean, we won't collect... We'll continue battling. We won't collect our Articuno, because the Articuno doesn't come until the tournament's over, right? But now we are eligible for it, so we should receive it once the tournament is done. So I'm pretty happy with how this is going so far. Like, a lot of the teams that I'm running into are a little unorthodox. So I suspect once we get higher on like the ladder and stuff like that, then we will start to find and, you know, run into some more powerful meta teams. Like, I haven't run into a Kyogre team yet, which is kind of which is like it's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy, but it's weird because Kyogre is so popular. So let's see what my opponent here has. Okay, this is Zacian and Rayquaza. Interesting. Oh, I think I know what I can do with this. I think I know what I can do with this. All right. Venusaur's not really a good bring here. I don't like Venusaur in this particular scenario. We'll try it. We'll try this. We'll try this. So my opponent does have Zacian. That's going to be difficult to deal with. I kind of wish... Part of me is like, you know, I should probably have brought a different Pokemon, but I've already chosen my 4 Pokemon for this one. So it's a little late for me to be having, you know, second thoughts and doubts and that kind of thing. I just have to hope that my team selection was good for this. We'll see how we go here. Fingers crossed. I have a feeling they're just gonna freaking lead with Lander, so I want to see what they do here. Please lead with Lander. Okay, so he's leading with the fast mode, and that's fine. That's okay. Let's see how this goes. Because like there are actually quite a few ways that this can go. But I think this should still be okay. Yeah, because this is like a repositioning turn. This is like a repositioning turn. So let's see what my opponent does here. Let's see what my opponent does here. Boom, ba boom. You like electro web? No, surely not. Okay, that's fair. That's like pretty telegraphed. And then maybe Volt switch into the Incineroar. That's probably what I'd do. So he tries to reposition too. Ah, no, okay. That's fair. So he tried to reposition, but like he wasn't able to reposition in the way that he would like. Let's see what he has. He's got... Oh, this is so risky. This is so risky, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Let it not be said that I do not go for things. Let it not be said that I do not go for things. Let it not be said that I don't go for things. I'm hoping for like a Landorus switch out. Okay. Ah, Rayquaza. Okay, that's... that's okay, I guess. That's okay, I guess. It's not like the best or the worst for me. But I think this is still pretty good. Volt switch now. Oh, what? That did so much damage. Ah! Oh, man, that makes it so difficult for me. That makes it so difficult for me because now... Okay, I think I'll lose this one. Because if that wasn't a crit, we would have survived. And if we had survived, then he has to bring out Zacian. And if he brings out Zacian... Yeah, nah, that's obvious. Ah... That's so unfortunate. That makes it so tough for me, guys. That actually makes it really tough for me. Because if he had to bring out his Zacian, we would have been completely fine. But it's one loss. You're out? No. So it's like a ladder. It's like a ladder. It's like a ladder. So I think like it's still okay, but it's a really tough situation. A really tough situation if I do be honest. I do be honest. All right. Let's see how this goes. So now we know all of our opponent's Pokemon, right? We know all of our opponent's Pokemon. He's got Zacian, Regieleki, Rayquaza, and thing. So the problem is that I'm pretty sure. So the concern. Okay. This is gonna be like the riskiest thing in the world. It's gonna be like the riskiest thing in the world. But I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Because, like, we've won 3 battles. So we might as well just lose this one. We might as well just lose this one. I suspect that my opponent is going to use, like, a... from the Rayquaza, is gonna, like, use a Max Flare onto my Solgaleo. Sort of unfortunate. I probably should have accounted for that a bit better, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But let's see. Because like you have to go for a risky play. Because the problem, right? The problem is that we would have been able to pin my opponent had the Articuno survive that. And I'm pretty sure he does survive that. So we got to go with a play that's like a lot riskier and that will probably not end up well. But I want to see how this goes. Earthquake, okay, cool. Wait, that's good for me. What? Oh, wait, was that a crit too? No, that wasn't. So this is Choice Banded. That did so much damage. Alright, and Max Flare. Wormwind. Ah. You know what? I'm okay with this. I'm actually okay with this. Max Rockfall. That's fine. So -1. But still very powerful, you know? Very powerful. So we have a situation where we need to decide who are we going to target here. Who are we going to target? But I do think that in Trick Room, things are a little bit better for me, right? That has to be choiced. That did too much damage. That has to be choiced. And so in that particular case... Yeah... No, that would still work. That would still work. Yeah. Okay. Max guard, I'm okay with that. Sorry, he is max guard. I'm okay with that. Rockfall, that should be fine because we should be able to KO with Sunsteel Strike here. Alright, very nice. So we did a good thing by splitting our damage. Nice. Are you winning, Toru? Hello, Setsu. How are you? We're in a little bit of an odd spot, but I actually think that we're doing okay. But how are you, Setsu? How are you? How you doing today? Regilecki. Okay. So how are you doing? And what plans have you got for this weekend? Alright. I think that's pretty straightforward. Regilecki might be sashed, but then the sash goes down at the end of the turn. So, I don't know. I think this is alright. So, Setsu, we've played 3 games so far. And, Protect? Yep. Yeah, we've played 3 games so far. And we have won all 3. This is our 4th game. Right? Good. There we go. That did good damage. Not amazing damage, but it's okay. It just depends. It just depends on whether I can KO with this Sunsteel Strike. And I'm really hoping I can. If I can, then we're in such a good spot. Yes. You thought, hey? You know, with your Pokemon, you could try and get one up on me. You thought you could try and get one up on me? No. Nice try. Okay, that was really well done. Okay, so my opponent has a Zacian now, and that's their last Pokemon. I think that was my last turn of Dynamax. But that's actually really good for me. That's really good for me. Because it means that I have a free Precipice Blades. How many turns of Trick Room have we got left? 2, I imagine? 2. Yeah, so no matter what they do, it's going to be really rough for them. Who's my last? Incineroar. Incineroar is actually still pretty... Alright. Chilling Final Fantasy 14. They just announced their plans for the future. I see. Naruhodo. So Precipice Blades. And this needs to hit, but if it does, then we're in a good spot. Yep, we're in a really good spot. Very nice. So... my opponent, we have 1 turn of Trick Room left. So my opponent needs to get a double protect. Right? He needs to get a double protect in order to win here, right? He needs to get a double protect in order to win. And then if he can't do that, then he just effectively loses. So let's see if he goes for it. He understands that, you know, he won't be able to get it. So this Precipice Blade should do like 2/3. It does like 3/4. And then Sunsteel Strike finishes off. So we win. Nice. Time to lose to get that sweet 50% win rate. Oh no, Setsu, no. We're currently on a 100% win rate, my friend. We're currently winning right now. We've got 4 wins as of this time. Now, we only need 3. In order to get our Galarian Articuno. But, you know, we got 4. We'll continue battling. Maybe we'll do like, I don't know. we'll just keep going until I don't feel like playing anymore, you know? How about that? We'll just keep going. Will it be 1 game? Will it be 2 games? Will it be 3 games? Will it be 10 games? I don't know. But what kind of plans did Final Fantasy 14 announce for their future? Setsu, because like the only MMORPG that, you know, I am remotely plugged into is Guild Wars 2. And you know, there's the expansion pack coming out for Guild Wars 2, so it looks like that'll be fun. But you know, so what's Final Fantasy 14 up to? Why don't you let me know? Ooh, interesting team. Okay, this is a pretty cool team, actually, not gonna lie. Wait, how do they set the sand? Got Trick Room, more content, exactly. Okay, so how's my opponent? Sinrock kind of stomps this team, I guess. Kind of really good here. I do. Hmm. Let's see. I don't really like Grimmsnarl, but I think it's actually okay. Alright, let's see what my opponent has here. I feel like this might be a Trick Room team. But we'll see what my opponent does here. We'll see what my opponent does here. I think that this one might be a loss. I don't know yet. We'll find out. This is a very weird team, so I don't know how it's gonna, handle. Right, let's see what my opponent does here. I mean, Excadrill Mimikyu. I mean, this is fine, right? Because we got the Intimidate off. Yeah, there's no way. Wait, this gives me Gyarados, but even then, there's like no way. And then you can just do something like that to be safe unless you max. But even if you max, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Here we Excuse What? What? Oh man, what the hell? He just quit. I didn't even get my turn off yet. He just quit. He quit turn 1. You know what? That's probably the most decisive victory that anybody could ever have in the game of Pokemon. That the lead Pokemon is such an advantageous situation for you that your opponent just leaves before a turn can even occur. Wow. Well, we'll keep playing. Oh, amazing. We'll keep playing. That's incredible. I wasn't expecting that at all. All right. Maybe I should leave it on that. No, but we got another game. This one is against like a pretty high ranked opponent. Oh, okay. Now we're in business. Now we've got like the troublesome duos and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I still feel like Groudon's necessary. Into this matchup, I don't like going up against Togekiss. But I think this is how it has to be. No. It can be like this. No. Wait. Yeah, it can be like this. Yeah, it needs to be like that. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the stronger archetypes that exist within the format. This is a Calyrex Shadow and Zacian based team. Now this is a particular team that I don't do too well into because I have a lot of weaknesses to to Calyrex Shadow. So I think that I've got less than a 50% chance to win this. Maybe a little bit better. Oh wait, hold on, yeah. There we go. So now we got the competitive boost, which is quite nice. There we go. There we go. Right, very cool. Alright. So like the question is, he has nobody that sort of like wants to run into this, but this is the question. I don't know if this is like let's find out. I don't know if this is the best move. But you know what, friends? This is a Galarian Articuno team. I want to showcase Galarian Articuno. So I don't know if this is actually a good thing for it, but it'll be a thing, right? I want to show off Galarian Articuno. I want to make it good. I want to see if it's possible. That we can get something going with this Pokemon. In hindsight, I probably should have just protected. But, I probably should have just protected this turn instead of needing to blow my Dynamax, but we'll see. Oh, okay, no, then it was necessary. He's probably going to, like, max Rockfall into the Articuno slot. Oh wait, if my opponent doubles into Articuno, this is gonna be so bad. I'm just gonna lose turn 1. From the greatest of victories to the greatest defeats. Wild charge. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm fine still. This is okay. Good tech. Cool tech. Cool tech. I'm not gonna lie. All right. All right. That did more than half. That's good. That's very good. Hey, max airstream. Okay, that's fine. That does mean, unfortunately, that I do have to fake out into that slot. So the concern... No, we're still faster, though. We're still faster. So what can my opponent do here? Probably the Calyrex? Still, we have to play safe. We have to play safe here, unfortunately. Like, I suspect that my opponent is gonna, like, swap in Calyrex and then max Quake, potentially, or, like, max Guard. But, if that's the case, then I'm still the fastest thing on the field, so I don't really mind that. Okay, oh, he doesn't. Okay, good. Makes it better for me. Oh! Wait, he doesn't do anything with the Landorus as well? Okay, that makes it really good for me. That makes it pretty good for me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're a little bit ahead. Unfortunately, it's not over. It's definitely not over. The reason why it's not over is because Zacian is so fucking strong. It's such a strong Pokemon that it's, you know, it's difficult. It's very difficult. The problem here... The problem here is that I can see this being Scarf Calyrex. And then what they're going to do... Yeah, because that's... We should be faster. We're not faster than... Hold on. I don't think we're faster than Scarf Calyrex, but I have to try. You know, I have to try. So this will be something where, you know, it's not going to work out, but I have to try. Because it's just... Oh, wait, we're faster. Okay. Okay, we're in this. We're in this, maybe. Okay, so Sash. That's okay. That's okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Sacred Sword. I don't think this KOs. Unfortunately it does. But that's actually alright. That's actually alright. Less than alright. Less than alright. Okay. Okay, now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. In hindsight... Yeah, in hindsight I would have done something different. I actually kind of needed that Incineroar. I was expecting to live that, unfortunately, but I guess you don't. But this is still okay. Maybe. This is still okay, maybe. Alright. Here we go. Let's see what my opponent does here. We have to go that. And then... Yeah, we have to do that. Okay, let's see what my opponent does. Because, like, we're sort of hemmed in the corner. Because the current speed order is Zacian number 1. Right? Zacian number 1, Venusaur number 2, Venusaur number 2, Calyrex number 3. So he has the Behemoth Blade into the Venusaur slot. But let's see if he targets the Groudon slot. Oh, we survive! We live in! Oh, we're coming back! The precipice, please hit. If we hit, then we get it. Because it's a single target. Please hit. Yeah, let's go. Take him out. Oh, Zacian down. Calyrex down. My opponent in shambles. Toru, probably victorious. Who's his last Pokemon? Probably Togekiss? Oh, his own Venusaur. Oh, it's not over yet. It's not over yet, my friends. It's not over yet. Oh, no. Oh no, it's actually not over yet. I think my opponent might win if. All right. Well, at the end of the day, we can only do what we can do. Okay. That's okay, but let's see how much this does. Okay, it is life orb, so I think I probably lose, but let's see. Oh! We got it, crit! We win with a lucky crit. Because there are, I think, 2 turns left in Sun, and it's like, no, we got lucky there. We can't complain. We actually got very, very lucky. We got so lucky, I'm inclined to just like, you know, leave the stream there. Because I don't, oh, very nice. Wait, hold on. But before we do anything, I actually want to see where we are in the ladder at the moment. Can't bully game dev, so it's understandable. Oh, you mean the longer patch cycles? So that's what you're saying. Fair enough. Wait a sec. Wow, how many people are competing in this tournament? I'm at 1587 after 6 wins in a row, and we're still like rank 6,000. That's insane. You know what? We're gonna try and get to 1600, and then we'll probably like leave it there. All right. I'm very happy though. This team, you know, we got a bit of luck. Not gonna lie, we got a bit of luck, but we did a lot better than I was expecting, right? Because I was expecting a flat out 1-to-1 50% win rate, right? 50% win rate, but we're actually out here with a 100% win rate. And you know, even if we lose the next game, we've won 6 in a row, right? So even if we lose the next game, we'll still end up with like an 85% win rate. If we win the next game, we'll be able to probably advance to 1600. So that's a really nice stopping point, I think. Personally speaking. I don't know about everybody else, but no, I think that would be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Here we go. So, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. We're going in for another battle. Another one. The game is starting to like... I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to be able to connect. Because we're still trying to connect. Good luck. Thank you, Eshkaton. Thank you. Yeah, we might not be able to connect. I think that... a lot of the players in our region... Oh, okay, good. We did find someone, thankfully. Whew. All right, let's see what they got. Ooh, interesting team. Wait, doesn't this team just get dumpstered? That's a mean way to put it. That's a really mean way to put it. Not what I was going for at all. But like, doesn't this team get sort of dumpstered by this and this? Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? All right, here we go. So, what will my opponent do today? It seems like a pretty cool team, though. You know, you got some nice Pokemon. I think that Dragapult is a little underexplored in this metagame. I think it could be really good. All right. All right. Let's see what I can do here. I mean, what does my opponent have? Oh, yeah. This may be like... Wait. What am I doing? I should just do this. There we go. I should just do this. Let me play a little more defensive here. Let me play a little bit more defensive. We'll go with Grimmsnarl. So we'll play defensively and we'll see what my opponent does. I feel like my opponent... Oh, okay. So my opponent isn't going to just completely like max guard or whatever. Maybe just Pyro Ball. That's fair. And then maybe like a Boom Burst or Toxic. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's a stall set. Interesting. We'll see how this goes. See how this goes. What's my... I wonder if my opponent will be expecting this. Maybe, maybe not. This is a bit risky, but this is a bit more of an aggressive play because I want to... Oh, yeah. Because I want to ensure that, you know, we can accelerate the pace of the game a little bit. So this might be a bit of a risky move. But, you know, the Incinerate is like the real big threat in my opponent's team. So I need to be able to sort of like navigate it, right? I need to be able to get rid of it. I think that this is the one way that I am going to choose to get rid of it. Okay, so we have Scary Face, which is speed control, which makes his Cinderace half as fast as before. And so now that allows us to go first, we can just use Max Quake and it should one-shot the Cinderace. There we go. This has the added benefit of increasing our special defense, which allows us to better survive and tank the hits coming in from... what's it called? Toxtricity. That's the one. Oh, it's physical. Never mind. Never mind. That's fine. I'll just use Reflect next turn. Because we already know that we're faster than the Toxtricity, and my opponent doesn't have any flying Pokemon. So they don't really have an out. I could do something else, I guess. Dragapult. I could do something else. I could do something else. I mean, I kinda... Actually, no. That's pretty risky. Yeah, that's pretty risky. He's gonna like max Ghost into me. Right, so... We can just Reflect here. Just Reflect. There we go. Yep. And I think this is okay. Because we can get rid of the Toxtricity and sort of like accelerate the game. Because remember, we do have Incineroar in the back, so it does allow us like a little bit of flexibility when it comes to dealing with Dragapult. Because, you know, like, Dragapult can hit it pretty hard, but, you know. So Reflect is good. The thing is, like, I don't think this two-shots. Maybe it does. I'm hoping it doesn't. It doesn't. Not even close. We're gonna smack this thing around. We're gonna smack this thing around. Because we got the weakness policy boost. So we're good to go. Max Quake. And then this should KO unless it's Focus Sash. No, it KOs. Nice. Bum 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 bum. Alright. Fantastic way that the turns have been progressing so far. Alright, Grimmsnarl's probably gonna go down next turn. And so it's like, I don't need a light screen. I got the Reflect up. I have weakness policy boosts. Like Mimikyu, what's Mimikyu gonna do, right? What's Mimikyu gonna do? Like, okay, Mimikyu could do something. Probably could Will-O-Wisp my Solgaleo, which would be kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, whatever. I know what we can do here. Yeah, we can just do this, because it's like, it's a ghost Pokemon, right? Yep. Okay, this is actually probably a better move. So we're gonna try and save our Grimmsnarl. We're going to try and save our Grimmsnarl. So clear body, that's fine. But it does lower Mimikyu's attack, which is important. So, Steel Spike. Oh. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything. And we should do like 30% to the Dragapult with this. 30 or 40. Shadow Claw. That was a crit. That's unfortunate. I don't like crits, but I mean, it's fine. Because we still have one turn of Dynamax. That did more than half as well. It did more than half. That's really good. Oh, okay. So if that's the case, he's just going to use his Dragapult to whack the Solgaleo. If that's the case, we're going to protect here. And then... you're just going to Flare Blitz. Do we Flare Blitz? I kind of want a Parting Shot, but no. No, there's no point. We should try and Flare Blitz into the Mimikyu. Yeah. Because at this rate, I think Grimmsnarl's Sucker Punch will actually beat the Dragapult. Shadow Sneak, yep, that's fine. And then they're going to max Phantasm into it as well, right? Yep. And that won't KO. Yep, very nice. However, this allows us to, you know, go into whatever. Alright, cool. Flare Blitz. Just to break it. Just to break it. Skies. Nice. The reason why this is important, by the way, guys, the reason why this is important is because Dragapult's max Phantasm is really, really powerful. However, like, okay, so Mimikyu absolutely needs to hit me with like a shadow. Yeah, Mimikyu. Oh, hold on. Mimikyu needs to hit me with a crit Shadow Claw because Dragapult's things are usually like. We'll try the Snarl. Snarl's all right here. Dragapult's things are usually. Okay, he went for Shadow Sneak. So let's see if the Dragapult can KO me from here. Sorry, forgot it. Dragon Darts, that's not going to KO. That's not going to KO. So we're going to take out the Mimikyu, and then we're going to go do a decent amount of damage to the Dragapult as well. Sunsteel Strike will KO. Okay, this is more or less wrapped up, I think. This is more or less wrapped up. Yep. And then, because this next turn... the most common attack for Dragapult... yeah, that almost just KOs by itself. Yeah. The most common attack for Dragapult is... the most common ghost attack is Phantom Force. That takes 2 turns to do. But in the meantime, I can hit with a Sunsteel Strike or a Flare Blitz. So, this Dragapult can't take out both of my Pokemon at the same time. And so, I only need one of these attacks to hit and I win. He's going to use Dragon Darts again. That's nothing. That's nothing. It's probably Choice Banded Dragapult, maybe. But it does nothing. And so we see there. We get yet another dub. We did it, guys. We did it. I'm really happy. We got another win. Awesome job. Awesome job, me. Awesome job. And I'm hoping and I'm thinking that this gets me to 1600, which is quite nice. I think it gets me to 1600. And that was a 4-0 victory, which is also good to see. Thank you for the parties. All right, well, we'll see how far we get. Let's see how far we get. All right, online competition. Okay, so if we're at 1600, 1500, you know what? That's good enough. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. The reasoning is we played 7 games, guys. We played 7 games and we went 7-0. All wins. We got the dubs, big dubs. 7-0. I might come back tomorrow. But I'm getting to a point where I'm like, if I keep playing, if I keep, trying this out, then I may run into a situation where I may run into a situation where I sort of like make mistakes. And I'm really happy with where I am right now, so I don't want to make mistakes. So, I'll be doing like one last thing, and then we'll probably be finishing up for today. So just hold on a sec. Let me take a look. What we're gonna do? Then we go karaoke, I guess. So I do want to do so much win exactly because I do want to do one song before we go. I do want to sing at least once, right? Because it's thematic. Where is it? Oh, I still have my scenes from the Valentine's Day. If you guys remember, the little scenes from the Valentine's Day date, I still do have them, and I do have my echo. It's not the same kind of it's not the same kind of like echo that that you're used to hearing. So it's a little bit different. It's probably not as good if I'm being completely honest. But no, here we go. I do have my little. I do have my karaoke scene from the Valentine's date that happened earlier this week. I still have all my OBS scenes actually. So if we take a look here, we got like the intro at the park, we got the dinner, and then we got the planetarium, and then the karaoke and all of that stuff. So we still have everything, which is wonderful. And I may use it, I may use it going forward, but for the time being, for the time being, I think having it here for the sake of this karaoke, I think is probably good. The reason why I think it's good is because we're going to sing one song as we finish up the stream for today, and it's going to be the Pokemon theme. It's going to be the Pokemon theme because look, we got into the tournament, we got in there, and we won, and we're 7-0. We did such a fantastic job. So, in general, I do want to thank all of you for coming along, whether you were here for just a moment, or whether you were here for the whole stream. I really do appreciate your presence, and I do hope you had a fun time watching. It might be like a little bit weird seeing me playing Pokemon and what does all these terms mean? Why is Torter doing this? Why is Torter doing that? But I think that we did pretty well overall, and I'm happy that we did. And I think maybe tomorrow I might go over the team a little bit more. Maybe we'll stream a bit, or maybe I'll just talk about the team and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe we can do some analysis. That would be fun. Just try to teach people about VGC and that kind of thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. From Toru to you, thank you. So, to finish the stream, we're seeing a little bit of Pokemon, shall we? Oh my god, the Sing King karaoke. Always. Alright, here we go. The theme song to Pokemon. King. Eshkaton, please. Oh. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, a heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Oh man, those higher notes just destroy my throat. Ooh, every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been our dream. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, a heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all.
Oh my god, my throat. Oh, it's all over. It's all over. My voice is in shambles. Oh no, I can't handle it, guys. It's just too high pitched. After everything, after all my wins, after everything I've done, I still can't be the Pokemon Master because I can't sing. So unfortunate. You know, you tried so hard and you get so far, but at the end of the day, it's just that your voice can't maintain, you know, the passion that you hold inside for Pokemon. Oh my god. No, but I'm really happy because, like, I've played in previous international challenges and haven't done so well. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, a heart so true. Your courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Oh my god. That did such a number on me, guys. That did such a number. Thank you for the parchies, Eshkatan. It wasn't quite as bad as my Queen rendition on the Valentine's Day date, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close. Anything that requires high pitched, I fall to pieces. But that was fun. That was really fun. And you know, the thing is, like, I really enjoyed streaming that run because I have done Pokemon International challenges before. And, you know, I've gotten some good winning records. I've gotten some good rankings and that kind of thing. But, you know, it's the kind of content, or it's the kind of thing that I do that, you know, can sort of tilt you easily, because I'm trying to entertain and, you know, give you guys a little bit of a performance while I'm trying to win this competitive thing. And if, you know, luck doesn't go your way, or if you get outplayed, it's very, very easy to tilt, right? And I don't know, maybe it's like, I guess it's like a trope, you know, with streamers that get mad when they do poorly and they tilt and you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know, like, I don't get like explosively angry when I tilt, if that makes sense. Like, I just get like more annoyed. I'm like quietly tilting, and to me that's like the least entertaining thing that you can do, because you're not really engaging with chat. You're not really like sort of, you know, trying to make people like see your point of view or anything like that, and you're not, you know, doing funny stuff for everybody else. It's just like you're quietly seething, and you know, that's the kind of behavior that I absolutely don't want to carry to the stream. Like, generally speaking, I'm pretty high energy when I stream. I talk a lot. I talk pretty fast, maybe a bit too fast. But I do want to have a kind of environment, right, where you guys can sort of like sit back, you can enjoy, you know, whether you guys are like, you know, watching in the main video or whether you have it like off to the side while you're doing other things. You know, I do want to be able to have a stream experience that you guys can enjoy, and me, you know, sitting quietly, seething and, you know, foaming at the mouth. Like, that's not fun for anybody to watch. So, you know, I'm really glad that with this particular tournament, we were able to do quite well. We got up to, you know, 1,600, 1,599, same thing. 7 wins, 0 losses. So I'm very, very happy with that. And I hope that, you know, the watching experience was good and that, you know, you guys enjoyed being here with me, because, you know, at the end of the day, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. You know, I want you guys to enjoy the streams and, you know, have fun with it, because that's why I stream in the first place, so that you guys have fun. But yeah, I want to thank you all for coming along again. From Toru to you, thank you. Maybe a stream tomorrow. I don't know at this point yet, but, you know, we'll find out when we get there. I do have stuff that I need to do today, so I'm going to, like, you know, quickly hop off. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful evening, wherever you are right now. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you all around next time. Oh wait, I had my filter on the whole time. Oops. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. Take care. Love ya.